Good day everyone, and now we will discuss the measures of variability. Under this topic, have four topics that we will discuss, and that is the range, mean division, variance, and standard deviation. But we will proceed to the first simple way of measures of variability, and that is the range. The formula of range is R equals highest number or H minus lowest number or L. And we have our example 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. And how we get our range? And first is we will find our highest number, and that is 10. 10 and minus to the lowest number, and that is 1. So our total is 9, and so therefore our range is 9. For our next topic is mean division. Our mean division had two formula, and that is ungroup data and group data. For ungroup data, we have formula, and that is MD is equal to summation of absolute value of X minus mean over N. And for group data, we have formula MD is equal to summation of F absolute value of X minus mean over N. And we have our example for our group data, and that is our given number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. And we have three columns for our ungroup data, and that is X minus mean, absolute value of X minus mean. First column is our given number, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. And the total is 20. Before we proceed to our next column, we will find our mean. And this is the formula of our mean. The value of mean is equal to the summation of X over N equals 20. The total number of our X, 20, and divide 5. The number of our data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, divided by 5. So, therefore, our mean is 4. And now we will proceed to the next column. But before that, we will subtract our X to our mean, and that is 4. So that 1 minus 4 is equal negative 3. 2 minus 4 is equal negative 2, and 3 minus 4 equals negative 1, and 4 minus 4 is 0, 10 minus 4 is 6. And now, to avoid negative, we will proceed to our absolute value of X minus mean, and we will copy the number to our absolute value, and the result will be positive 3. Our negative 3 will be positive 3, and our negative 2 will be positive 2. Our negative 1 will be positive 1. Our 0 will be copy 0, and 6 also will be copy 6, and over total number is 12. And to get our main division, we will use this formula, and that is MD is equal to summation of absolute value of X minus mean over N, and that will be equal to 12 over 5. Our 12 will be the total of our absolute value of X minus mean, and our 5 over 5 is the number of our given number, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal 12 over 5, and our main division is equal to 2.4. And now we will proceed to the group data, and we have our example, and our defect class interval is given, and also our F or frequency is given. And now, to get our X is we will get the midpoint on this number, and that is 2 and 6 is 4, 7 and 11 is 9, 12 and 16 is 14. 17 and 21 is 19. And 22 and 26 is 24. The total number of our frequency, but before that, we will total the number of frequency, and that is all over is 20. And now, we'll proceed to the next column, and that is fx. Our fx, we will multiply our fx, and that is 1 times 4 equals 4, 4 times 9 equals 36, 10 times 14 equals 140, 3 times 19 equals 57, 2 times 24 equals 48, and the total number of our fx is 285. And now, we will proceed to the next column, our x, value of x minus mean. But before that, we will find our mean. To find our mean, we will use this formula. X is equal to summation of fx over n, and our mean value is equal to 285, and this is our numerator, fx 285 over 20, and this is the total observation of our frequency, and that is 20. And now our main value of our x is 14.25. To get this answer of this column, we will subtract first our x to the mean, and this is our mean, 14.25. 4 minus 14.25 is negative 10.25. 9 minus 14.25 is negative 5.25. 14 minus 14.25 is negative 0.25. 19 minus 14.25 is positive 4.75. 24 minus 14.25 is positive 9.75. To avoid negative, to our next column, we will copy paste our number, and that will be, and this number will be positive. Our negative 10.25 will be positive 10.25. Our negative 5.25 will be positive 5.25. Negative 0.25 will be positive 0.25. Positive 4.75, copy, positive 4.75. And also our 9.75 will be positive also 9.75. And for our last column, we will multiply our f to our absolute value of x minus mean. And that will be 1 times 10.25 is 10.25. 4 times 5.25 is 21. 10 times 0.25 is equal to 2.5. 3 minus 4.75 is equal to 14.25. 2 times 9.75 is equal 19.5, and the total number of our frequency, absolute value of x minus mean, is 67.5. And to get or to find our main division, we will use this formula. MD is equal to summation of f, absolute value of x minus mean, over n. And now it is equal to 67.5 is our total number of f, the absolute value of x minus mean, and that is 67.5. And our denominator is 20, and that is our frequency, 20. And now so that our main division is 3.375. And now we will proceed to our last topic, and that is the variance and standard deviation. We have our two formula for again, and that is ungrouped data. For our ungrouped data formula is standard S squared is equal to summation of quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2 over n minus 1. And for our group data, we have S squared is equal to summation of f, quantity of x, minus mean raised to the power of 2 over n minus 1. And we have our example for our group data. We have our given number to our x, to our first column, and that is the x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, over the total number is 20. For our next column, but before that, we will find our mean, and we will use this formula. The mean value of x is equal to the summation of x over n, and that is 20 over 5. Our 20 is the total number of our x, and our 5 is the given number, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is our mean is 4. Therefore, our mean is equal to 4. To get this next column, we will subtract our x to our mean, and that is 4. 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 3. 2 minus 4 is equal to negative 2. 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 1. And 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. And now, proceed to the third column, and that is the quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2. To avoid negative here, we will multiply the second column by itself, and that will be negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, 0, positive 0 times positive 0 is 0, 6 times 6 is 36 over the total number is 50. Our total number in this column is 50. And now, we will proceed to our last step to get our standard to find our variance. And we will use this formula, and it will be S squared is equal to summation of quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2 over n minus 1. And now, we have here is 50 over 4. Our 50 is the total number of our last column, and that is the quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2 is 50. Our 4 is the given number, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is minus 1 will be 4. And now, therefore, our variance, the total number of our variance is S squared, or S raised to the power of 2 is equal 12.5. Therefore, our variance is 12.5. To find our standard deviation, we will use this formula, and that will be S is equal to the square root of 12.5, and the total number of our standard deviation will be 3.5. And now we will proceed to our last step and our last formula, and that will be our group data. And now we have here the given number for the fifth class interval 2 to 11 to 11, 12 to 16, 17 to 21, 22 to 26. And also our frequency is given number 1, 4, 10, 3, 2. And now, to get our x, the next column, we will get the midpoint of this number. 2 and 6 is 4, 7 and 11, 9, 12, 16, and 16 is 14, 17 and 21 is 19, 22 and 26 is 24. And proceed to the next column, our fx. We will multiply our f and x, and that will be 1 times 4 is 4, 4 times 9 is 36, 10 times 14 is 140, 3 times 19 is 57, 2 times 24 is equal to 48, over, and the total number is 285. Our fx total number is 285. And proceed to the next column, and that is the x minus mean. But before that, we will find our mean, and we will use this formula. The main value of x is equal to summation of fx over n equal 285 over 20. Our 285 is the total number of our fx, 285, and 20 is our and for our 20 is the total number of our frequency observation, 20. And so that our main value is 14.25. And now we will proceed to this column, our x minus mean. We will subtract our x to our mean, and that will be, and which is 14.25. 4 minus 14.25 is equal to negative 10.25. 36 minus 14.25 is negative 5.25. And 14. And we will proceed to this column. But before that, we will subtract our x to our mean value, and which is 14.25. It will be 4 minus 14.25 is negative 10.25. 9 minus 14.25 is negative 5.25. 14 minus 14.25 is equal to negative 4.25. 19 minus 14.25 is equal to positive 4.75, and 24 minus 14.25 is equal positive 9.75. And we will proceed to our last column, and that is the quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2. And to avoid this negative sign, we will times this by itself, and this will be negative 10.25 times negative 10.25 is 105.06. Negative 5.25 is equal to 27.6. Negative 4.25 times negative 4.25 is 181. And 18.1 rather, 4.75 times 4.75 is 22.6. 9.75 times 9.75 is equal 95.1, and the total number of our quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2 is 268.46. For our last step, we will find our variance, and we will use this formula, and that is s squared s raised to the power of 2 is equal summation of the quantity of x minus mean raised to the power of 2 over 9 minus 1. Now, the next step is equal to 168.46 over 19. Our 268.46 is the total number of the quantity of x minus mean raised to the power 2. And our denominator is 19. That will be our frequency total number. We will minus 1. It will be our n minus 1. And 20 minus 1 will be 19. And the total number of our variance is squared, or s raised to the power of 2 equals 14.13. And our variance is 14.13. And we will proceed to our standard deviation. Our standard deviation is s is equal to 14.13 square root of 14.13 square root, and this will be, and our standard deviation, we will square root our variance, and that is 14.13 square root, and the total is s equal to 3.75, and this will be our standard deviation. Is equal to 3.75. And that's all. Thank you.